what happens when three people stand on three different street corners and ask you for money.
Jeez, not even a penny, man.
A lot of rejection.
Oh, he almost hit me.
Some close calls.
God bless you.
Some really generous donors.
Hi, officer.
A visit from the cops.
Oh.
And some unexpected surprises.
Give you a hug, man. A stinky hug.
Yeah.
Thank you. Really appreciate that.
More on that in a minute. But first, I want you to meet John Perrenoud. You've been living on the streets for how many years?
5 years.
John stands outside the Ammon Walmart nearly every day with a tattered sign asking for cash. How did you end up here?
I was born in Arco and my family died, so I moved over here. This corner is the best corner. I mean, a lot of people come in and out of here.
John says he lives in a makeshift campsite most of the year. He panhandles, eats at the soup kitchen, and on really cold nights will stay in a shelter. Have you ever had anybody encounter you who's rude, who says get a job or get lost?
Yeah, a few, not that many though.
What's your response to them?
I don't say nothing, because I don't feel the same way they do. Everybody has to survive.
It's hard to know exactly how many homeless people actually live in Idaho, but according to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, there's around 2,200 homeless men, women, and children in the state, with just over 300 living here in East Idaho. Not everyone who is homeless panhandles, and all panhandlers are not homeless. But over the past few years, more and more people with signs have been popping up on East Idaho street corners. So we wanted to know if panhandlers are making any money. Are you and I generous? We decided to find out. Let me introduce you to Rhonda.
Stranded, hungry, please help.
Natalia.
A little goes a long way. God bless.
And Miles.
So my sign says roses are red, sunflowers are yellow. Will you donate any spare change to this poor fellow?
3 EastIdahoNews.com employees who are about to go undercover to ask you for cash with the knowledge that every penny they earn will be donated to The Haven, a nonprofit homeless shelter for women and families.
Jeez, people are stingy.
Natalia takes to the corner of Hit Road and 17th Street. People drive by. People try not to notice her.
Excuse me, sir, do you have any extra change?
But then a guy walking to work stops.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much.
Sorry, I didn't mean to drop that.
It's okay.
He gives her a few bucks and Natalia goes back to work when a woman who had just gone through the ATM drive-thru runs up with some cash.
Thank you so much. God bless you. I love your hair, by the way. Oh, it's so messy, but thank you.
2 more people give Natalia some money.
God bless you. Thank you.
But she spends most of her time walking and waiting.
7.
At the end of the hour, she counts her cash and ends up with $12.47.
I thought people would be more willing to give me money, especially maybe people in nicer cars. I could tell certain people that were driving by didn't want to make eye contact with me.
Hi.
Now for Miles, he decides to set up outside the Ammon Walmart. You remember John's corner.
That guy wanted to.
It's dinner time and there's a lot of traffic. And within 5 minutes, a woman hands over $1.
Hi, thank you, ma'am. God bless you.
Then a donation from a young man.
This guy just gave me $5.
And now it's back to begging.
Like I pretended like I didn't even exist.
But then the unexpected happens.
He's in my ward.
A man who goes to church with Miles sees him and stops. He walks over and without asking any questions, gives Miles a $20 bill.
Walt.
What's up?
What's up, dude?
I got some money.
Oh, you do? Thanks, dude. We're taking this all to charity, so.
Oh, dude, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh, holy cow. Thank you, man.
Oh, no, you're good, man.
Thank you, really. Here, let me give you a hug, man.
As his friend goes to leave, another surprising visitor.
Uh-oh, Popo.
One of Bonneville County's finest.
Hi, officer.
How are you?
Doing all right? How about yourself?
Okay, so I had a report of a 12-year-old panhandling, but you don't look like you're 12. How old are you?
I'm 23.
We let the deputy in on our undercover investigation.
Someone thought I was 12 and begging for money, like I was trying to buy Pokemon cards or something.
And he leaves Miles alone.
If I had $1 for every wave.
At the end of the hour, it's time to count the money.
5, a 1, and a whopping $20.
So how much total?
That's $26. There are people who would kind of just look and be like, oh, another one. And then there are people who would wave or, oh, I got a lot of finger lifts. If people were, just go like that.
Now it's time for Rhonda to hit the streets. She decides to panhandle outside the Idaho Falls Walmart.
God bless you.
Within 2 minutes, she's off to a good start as someone in this green car hands over some money.
God bless.
Then 3 minutes later, more donations, and not just cash, but a loaf of hot French bread.
Oh, God bless you, my dear soul. Thank you.
And that's not the only food Rhonda gets. In fact, during her hour on this corner, she received the bread, some hot pasta, and a meal from Arctic Circle from 3 different people.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
One's
My
a water,
goodness.
one's a Sprite.
Oh.
There's a big old hamburger and
Oh,
fries.
I can't thank you enough.
You're so welcome, love.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
But the gift that nearly moves Rhonda to tears is the $20 bill from this man and his daughter.
Hi.
We're from Canada.
Oh.
We're here on vacation.
Oh. God bless you.
Hope you have a successful time.
Oh. Thank you so much.
See you later.
Enjoy your trip. Are you headed somewhere around here or where are you
We're to
going?
Yellowstone, so we're headed back tomorrow.
Thank you. God bless you.
You could tell that for them it was more than just giving to somebody in need, it was also teaching.
With a heart full of gratitude, an arm full of food, and a pocket full of cash, Rhonda calls it a night.
26.
Was it hard in a way to accept it?
Absolutely. It was so hard because number one, I knew I didn't really need it. And number two, it was just so humbling that they would think that much about me to take that time.
All in all, over 3 hours, our panhandlers brought in $64.52. That's around $21.50 an hour, tax-free. 3 of us went out, and with that money, we go to visit Ann Johnson, the manager of the Haven Shelter. Made $64.
Oh my gosh.
Are you surprised? $64?
No, I'm not surprised at all. We'll use this, you know what I mean? We'll buy shoes for someone that's getting a job, and we're helping kids with school supplies.
Johnson says those people standing on a corner have free resources available to them that will help them get a job and get them into a permanent living space.
What they really need is some case management. They need help with, if they need help with housing, if they need help with food.
Even though you may feel bad and want to give a buck, Johnson says there's better ways to help the homeless.
I wouldn't give them money. What I would do, there's a little card that we have that gives a list of resources in the area for people to go to.
We let John know about these resources, but he's not interested.
I'm trying to get a job right now and hopefully change everything.
And everything has changed in the eyes of our 3 fake panhandlers as far as what they think about begging, following an experience they'll never forget.
You really have to be wanting something to be able to do that because it's awkward.
The ones that did give weren't necessarily the ones that seemed like they had money.
I don't know that I'll ever drive by one again without at least giving them $1.